Morning, people. If you want to come up and speak, please do so. Give me a thumbs up if you guys can hear me. Good morning, Dizzle.
Good morning, everyone.
Dizzle, my nizzle.
How you doing?
Good. You?
You know, I almost hit for two bands on FanDuel last night. Guess who? Guess who we're blaming? Keontae fucking George didn't want to get under last night. He's like, I'm gonna be an overachiever, bitch ass nigga. Everybody else did what they were supposed to do, Pete.
How many? What'd you do? A parlay?
Yes, bro. I did an under parlay.
How many teams?
It was probably like 4 or 5 teams, but a couple different players. Everybody hit except one nigga, Keontae George. Every under that I got, it went under. Every last one of them.
I would never fuck with the NBA with the unders, bro.
Nigga, what? That's the best place to hit them.
Yeah, but heads be hitting three meaningless shots at the end. How
Yeah,
many
but
point?
but
Wait, how
but
many?
but but see,
How many points did you lose by in the bet?
that's the thing though. All the props that I used, none of them were points. I didn't use no point props. I used rebounds, assists, and 3 pointers. I'm good, PD. I've been learning. I've learned, PD. But good morning to everybody in the commute. Um, the bad days are almost over for you boys.
Yeah. Uh, Guys, if you want to come up and speak, please do so. Uh,
Hey,
do
PD,
this
when you
every day.
gonna have that dude back in here?
Which one?
The the uh the little
The Jeff.
draft analyst nigga.
Oh, the the Eagles guy.
Hell yeah.
Soon, man. I'll get him. He's going to the Senior Bowl soon. So,
Oh, so he's basically gonna go get to see my cousin, my god brother. That's kind of tough.
Tom, good morning.
What you laughing about, Terrence? Don't be mad because the analyst knew who my people was and didn't know who your people was. Ain't be mad at me. He knew who my boys was.
T, man, did you just wake up?
No, sir. And you
Good.
know that. No, I've been up for 2 hours and I done walked my dog already.
Tom, go ahead. What's up?
Oh, nothing. I just woke up and I turned on ESPN on Get Up, and they said Dave Montgomery is going to play this week, which blows my mind. He was a full participant in practice, so Lions just got stronger. And the second thing is, PD, I didn't get a chance. My reception was real bad yesterday when you guys were talking about coaching. Who you're asking the crowd, who would you like to see come in for the Jets? With an unbiased opinion. I see that the title was Aaron Glenn prefers NYJ, but I think if you're going to go older, more experienced coach, I would prefer Mike McCarthy. If you're going to go younger guy who hasn't had a head coaching job, if I were a Jets fan, I'd prefer Ben Johnson and or Joe Brady. Those are my votes. Tell me what you think.
Yeah, I mean, Ben Johnson's not interviewing here, so he's out. I don't think the Jets are going to pounce on Brady. I don't. I'd like to see it. I
Wait,
think
wait,
it's
wait,
going to.
wait, Pete. I'm not trying to derail or nothing, but I do have a serious question to go on what Tom said. Um, is Tom Brady officially upper management in Las Vegas?
I think he's a minority owner,
Okay,
part.
well then you can't get
I don't
Brady.
understand though how he's allowed to work for Fox and all that. I don't get it.
Petey, if I told you the real answer, I'll tell you the real answer offline. I'll tell you why.
That
Yeah, I can't tell. I can't tell you. You got it recorded, and I don't want to do that today. It's a good space.
So Tom, Ben Johnson won't come. I think the Jets should approach somebody from Buffalo to make them weaker, to be honest. But what do I know?
I
Monken's
think
going out today to interview.
I think
With who? The Jets?
No,
No,
I
of
yeah,
think
course
I was
not
going
the
to say I
Jets.
didn't see Munkin's
Hey,
name.
I hope the AFC East ain't like the rest of the divisions. You know,
oh
when motherfuckers start getting out, y'all start rooting for y'all rivals.
you guys definitely do not want that Arthur Smith. Oh my God, please! I wouldn't wish
Yeah,
Arthur Smith on.
Tom. Honestly, if there's somebody that I would go ballistic over them hiring, it's Arthur Smith
Do you
for
need the
sure.
files?
He is the definition of mediocre, and I'm telling you, like you guys,
Sounds
they're
like
the
you
Jets.
need the
I would
files.
my worst enemy.
You need the files, Petey.
Not now, T.
Man, well, I'm
Please.
just saying. I mean, this
No.
is serious. Y'all don't want to take this serious, but I see this. This is the betterment of y'all future for the next 10, 15, 20 years. You telling me no, T, we don't need the files, but you keep complaining
What
about
on
all these
Woody
bitch ass
Johnson?
motherfuckers that y'all get in
Woody
management.
Johnson's not going anywhere. So you've said that
How you
before with
know
the
that?
files.
How you man? Look, the files can be released.
Terrence,
I just need my
Terrence,
bro to
release
get
your
me.
point.
I'm not gonna release you
That's
the
okay.
files.
Nah, Woody. Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, Woody's not only that, but when Woody passes on,
Morning, Pete.
I don't like talking about when people pass away. But then it's going to go into the hands of Brick Johnson. So hopefully he matures a little bit going to Harvard. But the one thing I wanted to just say is that all of us are upset because they haven't made a move, especially in the GM front. The only thing I will say is I don't get any sense of panic from Woody Johnson.
I don't either. I don't get that on him right now.
Like
Which
they're
I
going
mean,
through the
y'all should be
motions,
grateful, but scared.
but
Scared. I'd be
Terrence, are
scared.
you still talking?
yeah, but I
Oh,
mean,
there you are.
no, I saw T say something. I wanted to listen to what
No,
he
I
said.
was saying I agree with you. I wouldn't be scared either. If anything, I would have a sense of calm because it's just like, okay, he's doing the interviews like he's supposed to, but I think
Well,
he has this guy in the back of his head who he wants.
well, that's the one thing I'm saying because to me, Woody Johnson isn't
Not at
calm
all.
or
No,
rational a
he's
lot of
not.
times. So, I mean, to me, if I'm seeing that Borgonzi already has a second interview with the Titans, like I would think Woody's first impulse is, hey, let's get this guy in here for a second interview, And the reason why they haven't done that either tells me that he isn't their choice after the first set of interviews, or that hey, whatever he does with the Titans is fine. We'll get a chance at him in a couple of days, or he's just not the guy that we're looking for, And I don't know. I really don't feel good about trusting the process because, like, I'm just tired of, like, I mean, it's just like an endless toilet paper roll of coaches and GMs now. But to me, the thing that assures me is the fact that I don't see any panic coming out of the Jets camp. So it seems to me like whoever they're still going through the process. So to me, I think there'd be some panic coming out of one Jet drive right now if there was somebody was interviewing somebody that they really coveted, and they would be trying to do something, and that's the only thing that reassures me a little bit. But again, it's the Jets, and it's Woody Johnson,
The only
so
thing that would have
that's it.
reassured me, and I agree, is if I would have seen Woody walk right out the door behind Biden yesterday. That would have been awesome.
All right. Well, let's not bring. I don't do that in here. So, Tector, no offense, no politics. I don't bring that up.
You
Nothing.
got it, Pete.
I don't see panic. With Terrence, that's actually a good point. But the Jets, the one thing they are doing that I'm impressed, they're turning over every stone. So if it's Glenn, they can't hire him anyway till they're eliminated. And I don't think the Lions are getting eliminated. I
Right.
don't. I think the Lions are going to make
Maybe
the
they
Super
know
Bowl.
that. Yeah, and maybe they know that. And also, the only coach that was out there that was hireable was Vrabel, and look how.
That wasn't me. Go ahead,
It was
Juice.
definitely my fault. My bad.
That's okay. Hey, why are you muting your buddy on the
And
34th,
listen,
man?
and
Come on, don't do
that's
that.
how you know it was a mistake, T. If anything, I
I know.
turn your
Yeah,
mic up.
that's okay. There must be something going on here. No, but I was just saying that the only coach that was worth going for right away was Vrabel, and New England just pounced on it. So everybody else, for the most part, are on playoff teams right now, and yeah, so maybe the Jets know that, but I don't, to me, I just, as a fan, we're all getting antsy, because we know we're not everybody's favorite choice,
Yeah,
but
Terrence, let me make a
that's
point
the only
on
thing.
that. Here's the thing, and whatever, it's the fans. I just feel like Jeff fans, rightfully so, aren't going to give Aaron Glenn a fair chance. Next year, everybody's expecting it to be bad. So if the Jets go 5-12 again, 6-11, people are going to say it was the wrong hire. But what do you expect if you're not expecting? See, I'm expecting. I've been told to tamper my expectations, but sorry, I'm. You know, I'm not expecting 4-13 next year. I'm sorry, no way. So
Yeah, I agree, but there is a 6-11, and I know I just got that connectivity thing, so if I'm in the blender, sorry. There is that 6-11 where they're fighting the whole way, and and they just lose on the last possession. Not this shit show that we saw this year, but yeah, I mean, we won't know until we see it.
Terrence, you said Vrabel would be the only one that was worth pouncing on. I think McCarthy was the best one in this whole bunch.
Yeah, well, yeah, but we didn't. I'm saying that only came to light 2 days ago. When the contract ended. Yeah, but also the Jets have to honor the Rooney Rule, and I think that means you have to have a live face-to-face interview with someone. So only Ron Rivera has been a live one, unless somebody correct me. I know Aaron Glenn was a video, but I think as a coach, you have to actually
No, we
sit with them
didn't we have the
live.
guy from the University of Maryland?
Yes.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'm
I'll
sorry.
tell
Yeah,
you what.
then.
Of all the problems the Jets have, they have no problem with the Rooney Rule. Like that's this
Yeah.
organization. If that's one,
absolutely.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Nobody can say between Herm Edwards, Bowles, and Rob Saleh. Yeah, say what you will about Woody's politics, but in terms of coaches out of 25 years, that you can't say anything about that. But basically, yeah, I agree. But my okay, so that's out of the way. But then the problem is that a lot of these coaches that they're coveting are still coaching playoff teams. So,
I
but
think
yeah,
Bobby
maybe
Slowick is
McCarthy.
in that list. He's obviously probably going to get eliminated this weekend. So I think you'll see him called in.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
And also, he's an offensive guy, which a lot of people are looking
Terrence,
for.
can I ask you a question? Can I ask everybody here in a question?
Yeah,
Is it?
Tom.
Let's just say, I'm making a statement. Is it general consensus that Gerard Mayo got fired because majority? I mean, other than their record that on the market and that the Patriots wanted him back that bad, so they had to get rid of Mayo. Had Vrabel not been on the market, do you think Mayo still would have got fired?
No, no, you wouldn't.
It could have been Johnson then.
No,
But remember, Mayo was supposedly groomed for this
right.
position, and in the past, teams had requested to speak to Mayo, and New England had always said no.
Right.
So he was always supposed to be the heir to Belichick. And I guess it just took this season for them to realize what a mistake they made, or at least nobody really knows because we're in New York. We don't know what happened up there. But yeah, I mean, as soon as they, as soon as Vrabel interviewed with the Jets, I mean, they couldn't do anything until the end of the year. But yeah, but when you consider how fast they went through the Rooney Rule with a couple of guys like Pep Hamilton, I mean, I just think they went through the motions regarding that.
Yeah.
They were never going to be the two guys. They were never going to be the guys that they were ever going to consider to be the head coach. They just did what they had to, and then they chose Vrabel. They didn't really go through that many
Why is Pierce
interviews.
getting no calls from anybody?
Mm, good question.
I think he deserves. I'll tell you what, he had that
Yeah.
team play hard, man. I don't think that was a winning roster, and I felt that team played to win every week.
They never had a quarterback, to
They
be
never had a
fair.
lot.
Yeah.
Like, if you break down that team, you talk about a bad organization that is just the Davis ownership is as bad as I'd say it's worse.
Then the Jets.
Yeah, the Raiders are bad, man. It's
I know.
bad.
So are we.
No, I get it,
I would
but
put them side by side. I think. I have no confidence we get this thing right. No confidence. If Vegas had to put a line out, I would bet against the Jets getting it wrong again.
I mean there's no way you're going to look at next year and know if this is got next year's going to be bad, man. It's
Yep.
going to be a bad year. No matter it could be Vince Lombardi here. It's going to be bad next year.
Yep.
Tell
Rich
that.
Kotite
Some
bad.
people have to accept that.
Don't tell Petey that.
I
Well, again, there's losing bad and also, but losing hard. And like Rob Sala's 4-13 season, like, I mean, that should have been foreshadowing because I don't think they played hard like during that year.
I think you nailed it, Terrence. I think sometimes it's the product of what you're seeing if a corner's being turned, and it's been a long time since you've watched the Jets on the field and see like optimism. It's not only how it's not only that we lose, it's how we're losing. It's pitiful.
That's
But
I.
why? Wait, hold
Oh,
on here. 1 second. June, why can't I think positive and optimism? Why can't I think that way, June?
Okay,
Seriously.
one reason.
I
One
got
reason. One
TV.
reason.
Go
Because
ahead.
we're the New York Jets.
Yep.
Yes, I understand that, June, but I'm sorry. As you know, I can't see grown men that play the game. Those guys aren't going to say we have no chance next year. Maybe they get a chip on their shoulder, and now that they have a coach that they actually believe in for once, because I have my doubts about Salah, of course, and nobody believed in Ulbrich
P-
except for fucking Aaron
Petey, can I give you an
Rodgers.
example though? And I'm looking. I don't know if he's in the space. The Nets are bad, but I see what they're doing, and to be honest, if things go right, that corner's going to get turned, and they could be something. And I don't know if they can do what Oklahoma City did. That team just got.
Yeah, but Buckeye, they have to hit right on the picks too. To be
I know,
Mm,
fair,
but
do they have the right coach? Do they have the right
but
culture
But
there?
Petey, what they're doing is they're
I don't know.
accumulating ones, and the odds are
Yeah.
over time that stuff works. That's why I feel running anything back. You're just you're punting years. All of a sudden, then we're in the bottom of the basement in cap. We're in the bottom of the basement in picks. We're in the bottom of the basement in
All
everything.
right, but Buckeye, real quick, real quick. But what's the difference? And again, whatever happens, happens in June. I don't care if you get mad at this. What's the difference between having Tyrod Taylor and Rodgers there? What is
The
the
cap,
difference?
the
Rodgers
cap.
is
No,
better
the
than
cap,
him.
D.
Right, right. But
And I
okay,
know you're saying spread it, but then all of a sudden it's like in 2028 we're gonna be like, okay, C.J. Mosley's 7 million, like
Yeah, that
we're,
don't
we're
make
gonna
no
be talking
sense.
about players that are in rocking chairs, like that are still on the. It's gonna be Bobby Bonilla days.
Oh, he don't say that name to
The,
him. Now, look. Quick question, because you know what, Buckeye, you just said it. You see what the Nets are doing. They're accumulating them. They're accumulating ones, and they figure they're gonna hit. Which you, which is fine, and you're right. But what's the difference from what I'm saying with the Jets when you trade these players and get a bunch of number ones? Why not?
Jets
Because
are only
it's
winless
different.
teams.
It's
it's
different
definitely
there,
different,
June.
June.
It's not different.
No
So
offense,
if you can
June.
tell me that you can trade Quinnen and get 5 ones like Bridges, great. I'll take 5 ones, but you're not getting that type of
No, you're not getting
return
no
for these
five.
guys.
You're not getting 5 ones
You're not getting
for Quinn.
two.
No,
But June, you don't think like a defensive coordinator like Aaron Glenn, who I think's probably or Flores, doesn't think he can turn Sauce around get him back to where he was, Quinnen Williams. Now that Quinnen's got Jermaine Johnson back with Will McDonald, he'll have a better year. Like,
see,
I'm
it's
sorry, they
the
have pieces.
it's
They
the
do.
technique. Is what I'm saying. It's too handsy, and the same way those first 2 years could have went all pro. If the narrative came out before the season started, that just would have been another season like this
But
one
June,
was.
right, right. But June, doesn't it encourage? I want to get to Hargs. Doesn't it encourage you though that Sauce Gard, like you said, you've been saying this, you've been on this since day one about Garrett,
Yes.
and I'm not applauding you because I totally am against trading him. But at least Sauce Gardner came out and said he wants to be part of the solution. That's sort of being a
Now,
leader in my
now, now,
eyes.
now,
No.
now, now, wait. Look at why and how he said it. All right. He didn't just have another all pro season and said it. He had a horrible season to his standards, and that's when he said it. Plus, look what he's looking for $30 million. So, of course, he want to say that
But
right
but
now.
but but June, we have control over him for a while, man. There's no rush on him.
That's what I'm saying.
There's
Right.
no rush. The guy that we do not have, technically, we got control, but Garrett Wilson's that contract conversation is going to happen fast, man. It's the wide receiver market in the NFL. They do not wait. Those guys are going to kick and scream. And for what it's worth, and I know you don't agree with this, Garrett Wilson's had 3 really good years, man.
All true, but what's the plan for getting a franchise quarterback?
That's what he wants to hear.
That's the
Thank
A
you,
thing.
Hank.
quarterback next year,
That's what
you
you want to
have
hear.
to obtain draft choices this year
Thank
to
you.
make it the trade next year. If
Thank
not,
you.
we're looking into year three
Thank you.
again of maybe going into the draft and looking, and we probably won't get it either.
Thank
And
you.
We, we,
by
we,
that
we,
time,
we
these guys are all on their last years, wanting the hell out of here,
Yes.
Hector, we
just
talked
like that
about two
parking
last
lot
night.
was
We talked
empty
about
the
two
last game of the year.
possibilities last night. It's not clean, but it's Justin Fields, right? That's
Yeah,
and then the other one is if Aaron Glenn comes here, Hendon Hooker probably should get a look if he believes in that guy. Those are two guys that if you get the right coaching and they believe in those guys, I'd rather see that than Tyrod Taylor. There's nothing in
Now,
Tyrod Taylor that anyone needs to see.
now,
I
can I
agree
say
with
this to
that
you?
Yeah.
100%. But
Yeah, and then let's
but
get to
how do
Hargs
we
after
ever
you,
get the
June.
franchise young quarterback?
Thank
You
you.
need draft picks. It's the
Yes, you
only way.
do. That's it. You need it. Because you know what, Petey?
But hold on, Lamar Jackson fell to 32, but Baltimore didn't need draft. I'm
But
just saying
Bo Nix
we
was in
need
the
to
middle of
get
the
lucky
draft.
for once. Yeah, we need to get lucky for once, June. And there is no luck.
I'm glad you said it.
Yeah, Hargs, go ahead, man.
Morning,
Good
Petey.
morning.
Morning, everybody.
What's
What's
going
up?
on, brother?
According
What's
to
up?
my sources, I'm actually being brought in for the head coaching interview. So I'll let you guys know how it goes. I'm flying to Miami soon. Um,
Appreciate you, brother. Yeah.
Consider me as the defensive coordinator. Please hire me.
listen, guys. Here's the thing.
Wait, hold on. Hashtag hire Hogs.
Yeah,
Remember those days,
listen, here's
Hogs?
the thing, guys. I'm listen. I don't hate Aaron Glenn. Okay, let me just be first and foremost about this. Okay, I think there may be an opportunity for him to do decent here. But here's the thing. I am tired of a defensive head coach again and again and
Thank
again.
you. Thank you.
I am hoping
100%.
I'm hoping that this week maybe the Texans lose. We can get Slowick in the building and talk to him because he's done well with C.J. Stroud. That from the second quarter on in that wild card game, Stroud great. Um, but I think the big jewel here, guys, is Joe Brady. I want to get Joe Brady in this interview room as soon as possible. Um, the work that he has done with Josh Allen has been exceptional. I understand he's not the player. The player is the player, but there's a coach always there to support him and build him up. I want Joe Brady as the next head coach of this football team. We have to look forward. It's the 21st century, guys. I can't have another stouted defensive coordinator in here because I'm scared of what offensive coordinator they're going to bring in. And we have to be forward thinking here a bit. And please, for the love of God, can we have a GM hired in the next 72 hours, please?
I love it.
It's really tough to be optimistic about the Jets. It really is. They've taken everything out of me.
Oh, the,
If
they, the Jets
Joe
done
Brady's going anywhere, he's going to the Saints.
right.
That's the place he goes to because of the connection he had with during his time at LSU. I mean, a lot of the plays people don't
Makes
know this.
sense.
The majority of the plays pretty much all of the passing plays that he developed when he was the passing coordinator he got from Sean Payton, and the front office was the one that improved it. So he was in that building a lot, developing relationships. Um, so I mean, yeah, that's the first. I mean, it makes sense. That's the first place He's going to interview when the season's over.
Well, he better get a quarterback from Ohio State like he did at LSU.
Hey, PD,
Well, he ain't.
you know what I
Who he gonna
love?
get? Will Howard?
No, I would
I don't
hope
know. He
not.
better do
That
something
that
because
that.
Joe Burrow
Oh my
made that
God.
man.
If you get Will Howard, I'll really cry for y'all niggas. That's insane. But
Will Howard's gonna raise
PD,
that trophy.
you know what I was about to say?
What,
I
T?
love having old people in my family because when they forget your birthday and then they finally remember,
Mm.
they like to be like, "Oh baby, go to the Walmart. I sent you a little something, something." I
Did
know
they blessed
$100.
you?
Of
Good for
course,
you, man.
I gotta go to
There's
Walmart
people
later
on this
too.
app that think you're 60. Happy 25th, kid.
I'm 26 actually.
I was one of them. I thought he was 50.
Yo,
I don't,
his voice like he's been smoking Newport since birth.
I can't
yeah.
believe I'm older. I can't believe I'm older than you, T.
Well, that's your problem. I'm only
That
26, bro. I turned
that is my
26
problem.
on
It's
Sunday, bro.
crazy.
Wait, I couldn't comment on Hogs's
Happy
point.
birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday, T. I couldn't
Yep,
cut.
happy
Happy
I
birthday.
was on
Oh,
mute.
that
birthday.
was on Sunday,
Hogs,
man. You
T.
know, I was just
T,
saying how
T,
I like
T,
my
T,
old
T.
lady.
My bad. Let me just comment on Hogs real. Hogs, are you here? Hogs stepped
Yeah,
away.
yeah.
All right, the Slowick thing, I get it. I, I just think every Jeff fan has, stress from hiring defensive guys all the time, and people think a change is probably going to help. We don't know. I don't think they're
Look,
going to. I hope if Aaron Glenn comes here, I'm going to give the guy a shot. You have to. What are we going to do? Not root for the Jets? I mean,
no, I get that, Petey, but like you said, like, and me and my 34th team, we stress it as well. You got to change up, bro. You can't do the same thing for 23 years. 23 years doing the
right.
same thing. First time GM,
But
first
June,
time
hear me out
defensive
here. Hear
coordinator.
me out real quick. Don't you think though, like a guy like Aaron Glenn, who's been a Jet, he's gonna preach that Jet shit. Maybe he loves the Jets. He played from
Look,
'94 to 2001.
look,
Who's his
look,
OC
look.
going to be?
Well, I don't know.
Because if we don't get an OC that's really, really good, that can work with a quarterback, we ain't going nowhere.
AP, let me tell you this. To God's point, it look like it's gonna be a first time GM. Look like it's gonna be a first time head coach with Glenn.
Yep.
Look like it's gonna be a first time OC. Look like it's gonna be a first time
Well,
DC.
wait.
Didn't we just see this same shit with Solid and
Okay, June.
Douglas?
How about if you just say, I'm just saying, this is hypothetical. Just say he hires Doug Peterson. Just say, are you happy with that?
I'm definitely happy with that. But there's no connection whatsoever.
No, I get it. I know. It's just until I see it happen, they're going to get trashed regardless, June.
You need some type of experience because you know what it is
McCarthy's.
as motivating as Aaron Glenn is, he's still never done his job before. So they're gonna be mistakes. I'm just tired
June,
of
but all
it.
these guys make mistakes still. Sean McDermott, what's the biggest question mark for him going in to this game? No disrespect to the Bills, but
Can you manage a
Sean,
football game?
right? Can Sean McDermott win the big game right now? Am I right, Jarek? I'm not. I don't do this for shade. Sean
No, I
McDermott
know.
can.
I mean, I have questions about Sean McDermott. We got to manage a football game. In the crucial moments and crucial situations, can you find a way? Clock management, the ability. Can you manage a game? Situational moments. He's been shit. He's got to
And
get
look,
better.
Jerry, to that point, how many? I mean, I've never seen a head coach go through so many offensive coordinators before in my life.
Yeah.
Nick Sirianni.
Nick Sirianni hasn't had the same amount of um,
What do you think?
OCs that Buffalo's
Aren't
had.
we on like our fourth one?
Yeah, but your guys got hired,
Third,
T,
you
for real, because you guys had success.
you third.
The
To
third,
be fair.
I mean, 3 and 4 years. What do you mean? I
Well,
mean, if we
didn't
were asking,
wait. Who would when the Eagles made the Super Bowl the next year? Who was their defensive and offensive coordinator? Can somebody didn't they leave after they
Right.
made it to the Super Bowl?
yeah, they
It
made
was
it and they left.
Yeah, so
it
they
was
got
it
jobs.
was Kellen Moore. Was it Kellen Moore? And it
No,
was
no,
No,
no.
it wasn't
Last
no,
Kellen
year,
Moore.
was Sean
no.
Desai and Brian
That's
Y-
it.
Johnson,
y-
Sean Desai.
Right. And then they both got fired
with
after
Matt
that.
Patricia.
Then they both got fired after that. Then it was Kellen Moore and
because he was bad. He was absolutely terrible. He was running bubble screens.
Yeah,
Wait,
Alan, go ahead, man.
I just found a casual. I just found a casual early at 8:32.
Oh, T, it's too
No, I
early for
didn't. They did
casuals.
it to themselves. I didn't do that.
All right,
So if
well,
he
we're
was
good.
so
Let's.
Petey,
All right, go ahead.
give me
listen up.
30 seconds. So if Brian
Uh,
I'm talking
Johnson
about
was the
Brian Johnson,
if
bro.
Brian Johnson was the problem, why is Washington doing so well?
Come on,
No,
bro.
answer my question. If he's the problem,
Brian
why
Johnson
is
was misusing
because
the players.
he's deep down in the dirt in there in Washington right now with Jaden Daniels, but
Who?
you didn't know that because you're a
Cliff
casual.
Kingsbury,
So
bro. Come
like I
on,
say to
T.
you, if he was the problem in Philadelphia, why is he succeeding right now?
Why is Philadelphia succeeding right now?
Okay, but that didn't mean he wasn't the problem. He that didn't I didn't say he was the problem. You said he was the problem. He
All
went
right,
to a different team
T.
with a rookie quarterback and has shown you success in the past game.
T. Let's Let's casually go to listen up.
No,
How about
of
casual?
course.
listen up.
Go
What's
ahead,
up,
listen up.
brother?
What's up?
What's up, fellas? Good morning to everyone. Hope everyone
Morning.
has a great day. Great show as always, PD and June. Uh,
Appreciate it.
yeah. I
Very
just
good.
wanted to touch on what you talked about, PD. This is a big game for Sean McDermott because the Bills need to win this game, and they should win this game. They're the number two seed. They have the better defense. They have the better O line, and they have an MVP quarterback. All those are undeniable facts. And when you look at the last 3 years, that Sean McDermott has made it to the divisional round of the playoffs. And Jared, you know I love you, my man, but this is stuff that you need to be saying in Bill spaces to balance out the discussion. Sean McDermott cannot afford to lose to Joe Burrow in the divisional round. Patrick Mahomes in the divisional round, and Lamar Jackson in the divisional round 3 years in a row in Buffalo. That is inexcusable, and Bills fans should be demanding that he delivered this divisional round game. Now, I'll say this as to balance what I'm saying out. If Lamar Jackson loses this game, it will be more catastrophic for the conversation surrounding him because he will be the one to get blamed because it looks like he will be the MVP. But if the Bills lose this game, you shouldn't blame Josh Allen. The onus needs to be put on Sean
Yeah,
McDermott.
listen up.
Yeah,
How is Baltimore favored in this game? How are they
well,
favored?
yeah.
What? Wait. How did you not see
Wait,
the
wait,
game
wait,
that
wait,
just
wait. You
happened?
said how?
I'm just asking if they're the
Do you
two.
want me to
I know that.
explain?
Yes,
they're
guys, hold on. I know they beat them 35-10, but
That's it.
the Bills have been rolling,
And Lamar and
so
them
the Bills
haven't?
should be the favorite. They're undefeated at home.
The reason why the Ravens are the favorite, and this is what we all have to acknowledge, and I can acknowledge this as a Chiefs fan. What we are seeing from Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson
It's
is
crazy.
generational.
It's
These are
crazy.
two first ballot Hall of Famers. Derrick Henry is on pace to finish top five all time in rushing touchdowns for running backs and yards for running backs. We know who Lamar Jackson is. When you have that type of talent, and arguably what will go down as one of the greatest backfields we've ever seen in NFL history, you have to favor them.
I agree with
Simply
that.
You know
put,
what? You know
Vegas
what's
wants
crazy, Petey?
Bills money.
Right? Not Lamar, but Derrick Henry still has his Florida rushing record for when he was in high school. No one has touched it.
yeah.
No one.
No, I mean,
No one. No
T.
one.
He has the all-time rushing record. No one's breaking
I
that shit.
know, nigga. That's what I was saying.
You said the
I know
Florida
what I'm
record.
saying. I know, nigga. I know what the record is, though, nigga.
I said,
I know what I'm talking
I
about.
said, I remember.
But
I
yes, I'm
remember going to
talking about his
the.
Florida rushing record. But see, it was set in Florida. But anyway, his Florida rushing record, you know, same state that Lamar
I
Jackson
remember.
played high school ball is. So he's always been a
Yep.
quarterback.
Listen up. Wait, let me comment on that point. I don't know. I'm trying to think of a better, you know, dual threat with Lamar and Henry. I don't know if I could even. Who is it? Donovan McNabb and Westbrook? No.
I'm not
No.
gonna lie.
Who else?
If
No.
Jalen
Yeah,
Nobody.
no. That's not
Hold
necessarily
on.
true.
Michael Vick. Who was Michael Vick with? That
Warren
was
D
Dodson.
really good
Kurt,
running
Jax,
back.
Kurt Warner and Marshall
Michael
Falk.
Vick and D
No, but
Jax.
Kurt
Yeah,
Warner wasn't a runner.
June. Kurt Warner didn't
No,
run.
I was
June.
talking about. Oh, you talking about a running quarterback? Okay, my
Yeah,
bad.
like
Yeah.
that combination together. That's a tough
Okay.
combination. I'll say
Okay.
Michael Vick and Dunn.
Yeah, I mean, Kurt Warner and Marshall Falk are the closest to it.
Thank you.
But to me, and I don't know if you agree, Junior, Lamar Jackson's a better player than Kurt Warner to me.
Yeah. Well, he's more of a threat. He could beat you either way. So you're right.
Yeah, and listen, God forbid if Lamar Jackson never played a game again, if I was a voter, he's in the Hall of Fame, no doubt. It's not even a
I
question.
mean, come on. He's going on his third MVP. You know what's crazy though, and for you to think about, if 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 the Bengals just had 3 more wins, 4 more wins, this MVP race ain't even close. Joe Burrow gets it. His stats is amazing.
I mean, this was a generational year for QB performances. Uh, from the top quarterbacks, and that's why. And Jarek, I do want to hear you and Tom respond. That's why Sean McDermott has to deliver because Josh Allen can't get beat at home in the playoffs by his generational peers. The top quarterbacks of his
Mhm.
generation. Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, all beating him in the playoffs at home. Unacceptable if that happens.
No, yeah, we know. Well, I mean, listen, we have to win this game. We're at home. The temperature. I mean, like I said, I don't. The temperature is going to play a factor. It's going to be, it's going to literally feel like 8 degrees. There's going to be wind chill. The players are healthy, right? Like you can make an argument. Some of the last playoff game, like we all missed key contributing players on defense that made a huge impact. You got them all, but like you got like no one's hurt. Besides Carrington, who I think is going to play, and Ray Davis, who's going through concussion protocol. I don't think he's playing, but again, you like these are role players. You have your significant contributors back. You got to find a way to win. Like this is the roster that you have right now. There's no excuse. We have got to find a way to win this game. Again, we have played a lot better since the Baltimore Ravens game. We've changed a lot more things up. Offensive line has gone a lot better. We're going to run more of a power run scheme compared to what we did in the past. So I feel like we're starting to show our cards, particularly there. Obviously, Curtis Samuel is finally healthy. You saw how much of an impact he can be as a deep threat. Mari Cooper, we added that addition. Like there's no excuse. We gotta win this game. We gotta find a way to do it.
I when we played Kansas City, excuses are excuses, but we were missing a lot of key defensive players. We had AJ Klein get off the couch to guard Travis Kelce of all people. We still kept it close. Obviously we missed on a field goal to tie the game. The Bengals game, I have no excuse. The Bengals beat us in the snow. They were playing marquee ball. They looked good. There was nothing, we couldn't match up with them that year. This year we have no excuses at all. We are at home. We are fully healthy. We have our defense. We have our players. We have no excuse not to win. I will not make any excuses if we lose this game. I mean, it is just where it is. We cannot waste another year of Josh Allen's talent.
Wait, Tom, do you think people are going to call for McDermott's head if he loses this game?
100%.
Yeah.
I, I will never say anything bad against McDermott. I mean, obviously, there is going to be a big problem with Mafia, but I will not
Right.
do that.
But he's not going like the pressure we put on McDermott, but he's not going anywhere. Like he's not. We lose this game. His job is we definitely know that Josh Allen's not going anywhere. McDermott's not going anywhere, whether Bill fans like it or not. Again, it's just the fact that if we can't get it done, then it's gonna suck. It's gonna suck once again. It's gonna be like, man, when can McDermott do it? The reality is that he's gonna be here regardless. And in a year that a lot of people kept saying that this was more of a retooling year or a rebuilt year for us, the fact that again next year we're going with more draft capital, more cap space is going to be open up. This team has a huge this team's gonna have a huge advantage to get a lot better. But this is the time. This is our time. This is we got to find a way to win this game. I'm expecting Kansas City to beat Houston. So you got to do it. You got to find a way to win.
Hey, listen up. You might have to drop and come back. I can't bring you up.
Yeah, I thought it was me, Q.
Nah, it's his.
I was just going to. Yeah, office, why don't you jump in, Mr. Raven?
Good morning, everybody.
Morning, brother.
What's up, man?
I uh I think in the end of the day, I think really this is definitely a game where both teams, both organizations really have a lot at stake here. I think Jarek's right, of course. I mean, Sean McDermott is continuing to ascend. I would be blown if people were calling for the man's job, of course. I think he's a great coach. I think he's got his team ready and honestly, I'm just ready for us to kick each other's asses for 60 minutes, man. I don't really have much other than that. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
This is the
Yes, the
game I'm
next
looking forward
office,
to. And
the next 2 weeks is setting up for classic games. Bills, Chiefs, maybe Ravens, Bills. I mean, can you ask for anything better?
nah, bud, these are the front runners in the NFL. There's 8 teams left at the current moment, and that's it. The other ones are on Cancun on 3. And yeah, man, I think either way, win, lose, or draw, it's going to be a great playoffs this year. And there's some teams really wanting to get that championship. So, I'm just excited. I think my team's gotten a lot better. We were getting roasted early in the season by the critics, and we're 100% ready for this football game, just like they are.
Does anybody have a problem with what Milano said about
He
Lamar?
didn't say that.
He
That wasn't true.
100% did not say that. Matt Milano is very quiet gentleman. He does not
So that was made up.
Yeah,
100% made
that
up.
was that
Oh,
was
all
made up.
right.
He didn't say it.
I saw it. I read a little of it, and I'm like, I wonder if this is. Wow, if he's saying that, that's
Milano is
bulletin board.
100% silent type. He does not like to talk to the media.
He barely doesn't. He barely talks to people.
Matt Milano's a dog, bro. That dude is he's a machine.
He's a very good player, man. How long they had him back now? A couple weeks?
I think like 5, 4.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a lot more than I was thinking.
Yeah, we've had him a while
Yeah, I
back.
mean, right on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
gonna be cold. See what happens.
Hey, I got a quick question for the room. If you had to take for this, for one game, a quarterback running back combination, you could use any of the teams that are in it this year, or I'll give you these other two options: Smith and Aikman, Terrell Davis. Terrell Davis and Aikman. Gee, I'm losing my mind here. Terrell Davis and Elway,
Elway.
or Smith and Aikman. Who would you go to war with?
which offensive line am I getting?
Yeah, honest. That's what I was gonna say. If I'm getting the
Yeah, no,
Cowboys
but
offensive line,
let's
then I'm
just,
taking it.
of course.
Emmett.
But if you had to, no, you can only take the quarterback and the running back. Who you taking?
I'm taking Peyton Manning and Barry Sanders.
No, you had to, you had to change my question, Jude.
That's who I'm taking.
I don't know why I can't add listen up here.
I think I would take Elway and Terrell Davis.
I got him. He's up. No, who went back? Yeah, he's good. Listen up.
Yeah, I had to leave the room. I don't know the topic right
The
now.
the app is bugged. Bugged. You ever get that where you can't come up and you can't
Yeah,
hear?
yeah, it just did that
Probably.
to me.
Yep. Go ahead, man.
No, what were we talking about? If you could take any quarterback and running back combination in the history of the
That
game,
played together. That played together.
oh, that played together.
I mean, June brought up a good one. Uh, Kurt Warner and Marshall Falk. I mean, Marshall Falk with the Rams was
Yes,
ridiculous.
he was.
And Elway Terrell Davis is a close second because TD. That's one of the best players I've ever seen in a short period of time that he played.
Shit,
And Elway was legit.
but not for nothing. Peyton Manning and Edge James. Man, EJ was crazy.
Yeah, that was a good
Yeah,
one
he
too.
was.
He was
Yeah, he
crazy. He was
was.
crazy.
He was fun to watch, dude.
Oh, unbelievable. Damn, I feel old as shit just talking about all the fucking guys I watched play football.
And it's crazy that Lamar and Derrick Henry
Yes,
could top them all. And that's what
yes.
the Josh Allen is going up against. I mean, when you look at the teams, I mean, Lamar has the advantage in terms of talent on his roster.
Well, look what Lamar's
So
going up
so
against. You got Allen and you got Cook. I mean, Cook is has 17 touchdowns this year.
Let's take a vote. Who's the MVP? I'm gonna go for Lamar.
Real quick before y'all do that vote, I just wanted to chime in on that previous conversation. Peyton Manning and Emmett Smith, they played together for 1 year.
Mm,
Take them
mm.
to the bank.
it was an old Emmitt Smith. You said Emmitt Smith?
Emmett Smith, he was on the Colts, and then they traded him to the Cowboys after Peyton Manning's, I think, first, maybe his second year. I think it was his first year. They traded him.
No, wait. Huh? Wait, say that again, Viz.
Yeah,
It
say
was
that
Emmett.
again. I
It was
couldn't unmute.
Emmett
Go ahead.
Smith and Peyton Manning played together.
No,
I'm like
Where?
99% sure. With the
no,
Colts for a
They
year. When
no,
no,
Emmitt Smith was on the Colts.
no.
they
Emmitt
never played
Smith
together.
didn't make the Colts. He was drafted by Cowboys. Then after Cowboys was done, he went to Arizona.
Who was that? Who was that running back? He was
It was
another Hall
Marshall
of Fame
Falk.
running
It
back.
was
Yeah, he had
Marshall
Marshall
Falk.
Marshall
Falk. So
Falk.
Emmitt Smith, Peyton Manning, and Marshall Falk. That's it. That's it.
Right,
Yeah.
right,
Yeah,
right.
take them.
Petey, who's your MVP, June?
Uh,
Uh,
uh
it's close for me.
li,
Yeah, it's close
I
for
don't
me
want to
too,
li,
but
be.
I think Lamar.
li,
Honestly, I'm gonna be unpopular here. I think it's. I think it's. To me, it's Josh Allen because only because of the lack of quote unquote talent. Lamar has Derrick Henry. I think Lamar's going to win it, but Josh Allen to me, everybody shitted on them in the offseason and they fucking went 13-4 and that was because of Josh Allen.
look,
That's my opinion.
now, I'm gonna definitely say. I mean, if we're talking about because MVP, it could be based on the season they had or how many wins. We know what they were to their teams. Stat wise, it's Joe Burrow, and it's not even close. But if we talking about team, I'm gonna go with the Ravens. Man, they started out like 0-2 or what was it, 0-3 or something like that, and then they just turned it around. And the years that they're having is crazy.
Well, you already know I'm going with my boy Josh. Of course, I think Josh the MVP. But like I said, I'm not. If Lamar wins it, I'm not mad or anything like that. Like they both deserve it.
Right.
Like Lamar's having a historical season. Josh Allen is having the
Yep.
best year of his career from an efficiency standpoint. Like what was the narrative, man? Like the narrative going into this year was that if we make the playoffs, we win the division, and Josh Allen cuts down the turnovers, that dude should win the MVP. That was the media consensus. So
Yeah.
Has the vote been
that's what
Yeah.
I'm
taken
going with.
yet? Or is the vote after the playoffs?
It's before the Super Bowl, I
Wow,
believe.
this game may influence that.
Right. So I mean, yeah, the votes are in. Like so, regardless of what I mean, the playoffs not going to affect the votes. I mean, it's
Okay.
already in. So I think Lamar is probably going to win the MVP because I think like half the AP voters are the ones that voted for MVP.
Yeah.
Obviously, Lamar got the first team, so I
Yeah.
think he's going to win
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Um,
Then that's the 100% reason why I'm saying that he's gonna be the MVP.
right.
Yeah, real quick, guys, before we go on, we're on YouTube live as we're speaking right now. If you could subscribe to Jets Commute on YouTube, we'd appreciate it. We come out with short videos. Hopefully, in the off season, I'll do some interviews with some guests, one on one, instead of on a space. I like doing it with the space because it's very interactive. So, but if you can subscribe to Jets Commute on YouTube, and again, thank you to everybody who contributed, forwarded, liked, retweeted, uh, donated to Mark's daughter's fund. She reached the goal. She went for her visit yesterday, so they're in the process. So, she'll be going back in March, and hopefully she's on her way to recovery. But just for what everybody did, you're a big part of what happened. Over $15,000 raised. So on X. So since the day Mark announced it, so awesome job by the community here. Go ahead, guys. I don't June. I got to step away for a minute. Go ahead,
Go ahead,
take over.
Vino. What's going on? We haven't heard from you yet, and then we.
Oh, Vino Vrabel, what up?
What's good, y'all? What's good, man? Dude, as far as the MVP talk, I love both the quarterbacks, man. In my opinion, the real MVP of the league, man, is Saquon Barkley right now. I think that
It's a good
he's
point. It's a good point.
yeah, he's got 2,000 yards. He's also made possible spearheaded the most balanced offense in league history that we've seen in this era. The Eagles have 3,100 passing yards and 3,000 yards on the ground. I don't think we have or ever will see that again. And also, they're one of the best teams in all of football as well. I mean, in my opinion, it just should go to Saquon, in my opinion. So it's no disrespect to any of the quarterbacks, but I don't think that any quarterback this year has put on, the type season that you can really say is definitively better than what Saquon Barkley's had on a winning
I
team.
see. I got to disagree. I think so. I think with Lamar. I mean, he's the first quarterback in NFL history to throw for 4,000 yards and rush for 900. We've never seen that in the history of this league. We've seen Saquon Barkley, of course, go for the 2,000, and we know the impact. I mean, he made the Eagles a better team, but obviously, I think Lamar's have had a great all-time great statistical season. And then Josh Allen. I mean, let's be honest. You take Josh Allen off this roster, this team's winning 4 games. This is a 3 to 4 win football team. If Josh Allen was not really on this football team, the fact that again another 40. I mean, again, he broke 12 NFL records. The fact that we were to get this team to 13 wins and he didn't even play in the last week. Otherwise, we would have played. That would have been 14 wins. That's the first. That would have been the first time in franchise history that would have happened. I think both quarterbacks have had a great, not just statistical output, but I mean, for an NFL record standpoint, it's the first time in NFL history in terms of NFL records broken. Like that record got broken was the amount of records that were broken by these quarterbacks. So I understand it with Saquon, but the thing that we see with Philadelphia is that they've had 3 consecutive 1,200 yard rushers by 3 different running backs. That's never happened in the history of this league.
Can I counter that with something right
Yes,
quick?
sir.
And then we gonna go listen up in office after that. Go ahead.
Got you. Saquon actually is less than 20 yards shy all purpose of what AP did. His damn near record breaking year. So
Yeah.
like when I kind of look at it, man, like for me, it's just like if we're talking about something that has only been replicated really once by Adrian Peterson, and we all know how special that was.
Hmm.
Right.
Like, are you gonna tell me that the quarterback play was that exceptional that we're gonna discount that kind of
Yep.
season?
Yep. I'm gonna tell you why. Because I think the difference between what Adrian did, what Saquon did, Adrian did it with a terrible offensive line, and he carried that team to the playoffs. He single handedly carried that Vikings team to the playoffs. That team was winning 2 or 3 games without Adrian Peterson. That's the first time I think I've ever seen a running back carry a team to the playoffs. Maybe since I mean, you may have to go to the '70s with Earl Campbell. Like even Eric Dickerson when he had the 2,100 yards, they didn't the playoffs.
And he came back off of ACL, if I'm not
Off of an
mistaken.
ACL
No,
injury.
he did come
That's
back off the
unheard of.
ACL for
Crazy.
sure.
Hey, one thing on the Eagles line, I give a shout out to Becton. He looks pretty damn big.
Ah,
He
he's
moved
an ass.
it around.
Listen up.
Jones,
I
it
can't
was
stand no
shit
fucking
coaching
y'all.
staff
Fuck the
that
Jets.
didn't know what to do with the guy. They never gave him a shot at
Yeah,
guard. If they had nothing to lose,
heck, not for nothing. If the Jets would have asked him to go to guard, he would have bitched about it like he's like he did the whole damn time. He didn't run the social media. Listen up, what's going on, man? I can't stand Becton. Listen up, go ahead.
Yeah, I gotta go with Lamar as MVP.
Listen,
I mean, his numbers are video game-ish. 41 touchdowns, 4 interception.
that's
I think he broke the touchdown interception percentage record of that Aaron Rodgers set a few years ago. Like Jarek said, the man threw for 4,100 yards and almost rushed for 1,000 yards.
that's crazy.
it's funny watching him because he's got another gear. In the last game, it looked like those guys were tired just looking at him. They couldn't catch him when they thought they were close. He was gone.
Lamar Jackson is not real. This man is not human. I mean, like you need to like squint your eyes and ask yourself, are you dreaming when you watch him play? Because this is ridiculous what he's doing. It's ridiculous.
Can I
This
say
is
something
this
regarding
is
the
for Lamar.
MVP? I,
If
I
we're
just want to
even, I'm
say,
leaving.
I just want to say that when it comes to the MVP, my understanding of that is the most valuable player for the team.
Right.
And to me, the most valuable player for the team would be Josh Allen because without him, they could not even reach the playoffs ever.
Neither would the
I was
Ravens.
about to say the same
No, the
thing.
Ravens could.
Yes, they would.
They
Yeah,
have
they
so
would.
much
They would have.
talent on the
The
Would
team.
Ravens won with
Philadelphia
No,
Tyler
no,
be
they
where
Huntley.
they are
wouldn't.
without Saquon?
Yeah, they would.
Would
They-
Philadelphia
Yeah,
be where
Petey,
they
but
are without
didn't they
Saquon?
Yes,
with Tyrod? Buffalo reached the playoffs with Tyrod.
it's
So
different
who's to
though.
say that?
That's different.
You're
I don't know
talking
about
about this year.
Yeah, we can't
This
talk about
year,
something. We can't talk about
without
something.
without
About to say by that
without
logic.
Josh Allen, they would not even probably have five game winning games. They need this guy. This is the guy who, without him being there, changes everything. And so, to me, that's what the MVP is about. It's not about statistics. It's about how many times you threw the ball, how many times you ran the ball. It's what difference do you make on that team? That's why I would say Josh Allen. And
I
I'm not a Buffalo fan. We all know that. But that's the truth.
Office, what's up?
No,
In my opinion, that's the truth. Okay, that's all. I just
I
wanted
just
to put that out
I
there
I
because I
think
really
I,
feel strongly about it.
I think the thing that just real quick, PD. I think the thing that thing kind of hurts Lamar. And like I said, I think he's gonna win the MVP most likely because of the first team All Pro votes. The video again from a statistical standpoint, shit was insane. Like Alan was saying, he was putting up video game. I can't even do that in college football 25 right now. I'm trying to find a quarterback that can do it. I can't even do it. But the fact again, I think what kind of hurts him is the fact that again, Derrick Henry was 80 yards shy from 2,000. Like it's just I just like you can't have another MVP like two MVP candidates in the backfield. Obviously, I think they both made each other better. I don't think that one was more important than the other. But then I don't know. Like you look at Josh Allen, the weapons that he's had, offensive line again. We tried to tell everyone the offensive line was really really good. But and Cook had a very good year as well. But his defense, let's be honest, the Ravens defense is like this. I think the second half of the year, the Ravens defense has been better. They've just been better, and they've made a few adjustments. And from a statistical standpoint, they're top 10 in the league in defense. They have the number one rush defense in the National Football League. Their sack percentage has gone up. Their offense, I think, their offensive line has been has gotten a lot better. They got six All Pros. They have the most All Pros out of any team in the league. Josh has one, and that's himself. So I think if we talk about just value, we're just talking about value. Josh is the
Jared,
most valuable.
are you confident going into this weekend?
Yes.
Plus, you got to remember that if you're going to talk about statistics, then Joe Burrow should get the nod.
I said
But if
Joe
you're talking
Burrow.
about what they mean to the team, I still think that it's Josh Allen. It's time for him. It's his time this year.
I respect it, and I respect that argument, and I think Josh has a very strong argument.
I'm not saying
Uh,
he's going to get it. I'm saying that I think he deserves it.
yeah, for MVP, but we do
Yeah,
have to remember, Jarek alluded to it. The Ravens' defense was atrocious a portion
Yeah.
of this season. It was bad. So Lamar Jackson hasn't just worked with a stacked deck.
Hmm.
And Jarek alluded to it. Their offensive line struggled the first half of the season.
but you had Derrick Henry, and this would not be the same team without Derrick Henry.
Well, they
It
had a
still
better
would be a good
record
team.
without
Don't
Derrick
get me
Henry
wrong. It
last
still
year.
would be a good team, but Derrick Henry put them over the top.
Yeah, but Alan, the counterpoint. Yeah, you're right. They didn't have Derrick Henry, but the counterpoint was they had an historic defense. Like their defense last year was historic in terms of points per game, in terms of almost every advanced metric. They were historic last year. And I think and I think if you combine that with last year, like Lamar was, and I will argue this, Lamar was I thought was the most valuable player. Like the Ravens, let's be honest, I think Zay Flowers was starting to come into his own. I don't think Bateman was as good as he was this year compared to last year. Um, Lamar had to make a lot happen, even without those top running games. I think this year his game has been taken to the next level. I would say because of the rise of Bateman. Flowers has gotten a lot better his second year as well. But then obviously with Derrick Henry, those two feed off of each other. They make each other that just that much better.
Which is why I think that it belongs to Josh Allen because he doesn't have that. He doesn't have an outstanding player that takes the load off of everybody.
Office, go ahead.
Thanks, fellas. I got to get ready to run here in a minute. Apparently, my license was suspended for over a year, so I got to take the driving test over. But do you, I think I think honestly, it might even be possible that they could end up being co MVPs. I know people don't like that, but it might end up that way too.
They do that?
I
I
think they
think so.
can do it. I know they changed the voting a few years ago, but it would have to be legit 50-50 because I think it's
Oh
like
yeah,
ranked choice voting now.
but it
Yeah,
couldn't
it only
happen.
happened. I think it's only happened like what once. That was McNair and
It's in Manning, Peyton Manning.
Manning. Yep.
I mean, there's like four guys that are truly deserving of this award for sure.
I would put Patrick Mahomes in the conversation. I feel like he deserves to be a part of the conversation. I know he didn't
Can't
have the
disagree with you, my
greatest
brother.
season.
Can't
Yeah, but
disagree with
you
you.
Yeah,
you go 15-1, and a lot of the wins coming up with clutch moments that you got to be a part of the conversation.
I mean, to me, when you actually look at what Patrick Mahomes did, and I know there's a lot of anti-Chiefs sentiment, which I understand, and it's warranted to a degree because other people want to win and not see the Chiefs win, so I understand it. But he took a team 15-1 without his number one wide receiver, his number two wide receiver, his number one running back, his number two running back, and he lost his number four wide receiver. So if we are to make the correlation with that to the Ravens, it would be like Lamar taking his team to 15-1 without Zay Flowers, Bateman, uh, Derrick Henry, and Justice Hill. Patrick Mahomes may not get the credit in the moment right now for what he did, but people will look back at this season and side with Jarek to say that he should have been in the MVP conversation.
The defense carried Mahomes.
Aren't aren't the same people that vote for All Pro the same people that vote for the
Yeah.
MVP? Because if that's true, then
Yeah.
Lamar already has.
Yeah. It is the same people.
I mean I don't want Lamar to win it. I would prefer to see Josh Allen win it, but I'm biased, obviously. But that was my understanding that the same people that vote for All Pro are the same people that vote for that for MVP. So I don't know. I mean, maybe Josh Allen, if he wins this game, he can change some votes. That's all I can say.
The last time the first team MVP, a quarterback didn't win the MVP uh was John Elway. Actually, John Elway won the MVP. Joe Montana was first team All Pro.
Real quick, of all the games this weekend, what game do you see on your upset meter?
June, I'm back. I could see the Rams beating Philly.
Yeah, me too.
Texans beating the Chiefs.
Oh,
Tom, do you really believe
oh,
that though?
whoa,
I think the
whoa,
Commandos are going to beat Detroit.
whoa,
I'm 50-50 on it, Petey.
whoa.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, PD. I think that
Yo,
that Texan team
Lawrence,
slept on.
Lawrence. No offense, your mic is really. I don't know where you're at, but it's piercing through my ears. Go on a regular phone and see if it comes on better.
I
I'm
think
in my
I think
car
that
driving through the snow.
Say what?
I'm in my car driving through the snow. It's connected to my stereo, so maybe it's just where I'm
Oh, all
talking.
right. Be careful in the snow, man. Commuting.
Yeah, man, I got like 5 hours. I had to go to Grove City, Pennsylvania this week for work. It's
Oh
like a
shit.
6.5 hour ride to get back into the home in New York.
Use both hands on the wheel, my man.
Oh yeah, I got a hand and a leg on it.
Pause.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
so wait, do people really believe that ooh that Rams got a chance to beat the Eagles?
Nah, I don't, June. I
Bro,
don't.
the way
I
that
think they can
Anything's
because
possible.
I Vino. I think McVay is way better than Sirianni. I
Yes.
mean,
Yes.
I don't think it's gonna. I'm just saying. I think that upset can happen.
Nah, I
Is
have no
is
issue with
Baltimore
that.
now? Is Baltimore beating the Bills an upset? In my opinion,
Hell
no, because
no.
I think that's neck and neck. Now the Commanders beating uh, Detroit or Houston beating the Chiefs is major upsets.
And I
Yeah,
think I think both of those teams should be on upset alert. And the Chiefs are my team. Like the Chiefs are burning the midnight oil. They're living on the edge. They're back-to-back champions. And few teams, only two teams in NFL history as back-to-back champions have made it to the actually three teams to the championship game. The Patriots, who was the last back-to-back champion, lost in the divisional round. So if you're a betting man and betting people, I wouldn't criticize you for betting on the Texans
Really?
because the
What's the
Chiefs are
spread on
pushing
that?
the historical
8.5.
markers here.
Yeah,
Eight and a
sorry about
half,
that.
PD.
Listen up. Yeah, go ahead. My bad. Listen up.
Definitely take the points.
Really? You think though?
June, that defense is real good, bro. I don't understand where the disrespect that defense has been getting, bro. They have a very good edge
Yeah,
rushing duo against a team who has a very poor tackle duo.
this is
Not to
true.
mention they have one of the best corners in the game. I mean, it's
Yeah,
just about the linebackers being
yeah,
sound, bro. I mean, and also they have a great young rookie in Kamari Lassiter who's been playing well this year,
yeah,
bro.
yeah. He has.
They have the pieces to do it. It's just can CJ Stroud string together the drives on offense to put up the points to make Mahomes have to perform devil magic again. That's what it's about.
their O
Yeah,
line is better that last game. I mean, they still had penalties, but that Texans O line. I mean, he had one of the best left tackles in the league coming into the year. He's had his problems, but he's still damn good.
And they get
yep.
Shaq Mason back this week too, who I mean I know June probably remembers is a very good offensive lineman, very
Shaq
capable.
Mason, wow, from New England.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's
From the
been out
By
Jets.
the
for a
way,
good half the
guys,
year.
I listen. I know this space is hosted by Jet fans, but sometimes we got to mix it up, and I'm enjoying this. Appreciate you guys. It's. I love football, man. Football is king. I don't give a fuck. I will talk about football 368 out of 365 days. Football is king.
I
So
just
go ahead.
I just looked at the weather for Kansas City. It's going to be really cold.
Well, you knew that
I don't
anyway.
know about the Texans playing in the
You
cold.
you knew it was gonna be cold in Kansas City anyway.
Yep.
Do I think the Chiefs will win? I think they will win, but they're gonna have to come to play. And I know people want to feel it's a given that the Chiefs are guaranteed wins, and that's simply not the case. They're going to
They
have
don't
to
lose to
earn their
win.
way to the Super Bowl.
I also have a concern about the Chiefs, and I'm shocked that I would even say this, but the fact that they haven't played in like almost a month, that can take some of the edge off them.
Yeah, the rust. No pun
I
intended, Rusty. The
Yeah.
rust.
I
Well,
will see. I saw a post about the refs. The ref that's going to be refing that game. The Chiefs are 7-0 when he's the referee.
I
Mm.
could not hear that,
I don't know if
Glenda.
I don't know if that holds any
He
weight,
said
but
he's talking about the rest. Yeah, Lawrence, your mic is as bad as the Jets were this year.
yeah, that means I'm at least consistent, right? It's always bad when
Yeah,
you're headphones, radio in the car, whatever way it comes.
Yeah, no. I'm just saying. I found like even when you talk about the college playoffs, and they always have this long period of time when they don't play, and then they come back and everything gets screwed up. The teams that were hot, they're no longer hot. It's just that would be a concern for me. Now that doesn't
Yeah.
that I'm absolutely going to say they're going to lose because of that. I'm just saying it's a concern.
I, I, I
I've
think,
learned one thing: don't bet against Mahomes.
I never bet against Mahomes.
You can't. You can't. Or Andy Reid.
yeah, I think that's fair, Rusty. The long layoff. I would just say this: the Chiefs have played a lot of games the last 6 years, but if you want to take the last 3 years, they've played a half a more season than everyone else. So at times this year, the Chiefs looked tired. So they needed this rest, and they needed to not have to put more attacks on their players' bodies.
I understand that, but 2 weeks, I would say, yeah, that's fine. That gives them a chance to heal. Whatever. But more than 3 weeks is, I don't know. But that's just me.
For 2
And like
years in a row, they
never
proved that it's not a problem.
never count out the Chiefs. They find ways to win no matter what.
Yeah, I'd rather live on the edge, listen up, and win games like that than be the. I mean, I'm not saying I'm comparing, obviously. Like this, we may never see this again from a team. If Kansas City wins, we may never see a three-peat again. It hasn't been
Pete,
done. It's never been done.
PD in office. I have a question.
Yep.
If Lamar never gets to a Super Bowl,
Hmm.
you still consider him a Hall of Famer?
Yes. Well, no question. Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely, brother.
We've seen great quarterbacks never make it to the
And and
to the
and
game.
Tom, just like listen, and again, this is not shade at if Josh Allen doesn't make it. To me, if Josh Allen got hurt right now and never played again, I mean, people think this is a stretch. I think he's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, that's a stretch.
That's a
That is
PD. This is
that's
my
the
okay.
take on
only
that.
And
He already
That's
has.
all
right.
right.
He
The
already has
only
a dominant
reason it's a
record.
stretch is
That
because he hasn't played long
That's
enough.
Right,
fair. I'm
Nah,
right.
just
PD.
saying.
I'd
Go
say he's
ahead.
not first ballot, but I'd say
I
eventually he gets
understand
in
what
there.
All
I
right.
understand
I
what you're
think
saying.
Josh
I think
Allen's a
every
Hall of
team
Fame.
wants
The
their
way he's
teams to
playing
be
right
like
now,
him.
he's a Hall of
Yeah,
Famer.
yeah, he wouldn't be first ballot, but he for sure would eventually get in there.
Just like
I do think that.
Eli Manning should is gonna be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, but I mean, but Eli
I think
Manning
Eli,
got two Super Bowls.
I think Eli
Correct.
gets on
I
in
see.
Correct.
I don't. I'm sorry. I do not want him in the Hall of Fame.
You're
He's
not
gonna
the
make
only
it,
one.
Jarek.
I don't want him in the Hall of. He has never in his life
yeah, he's getting
been a
in the Hall
top five
of Fame.
quarterback ever.
He's the most mid quarterback of history, man.
They should put in parentheses playoff Eli Manning because that's the one that was good.
But do you think he represented the game of football very well though?
Who, Eli?
Other things do apply.
Of course.
Yeah, other things apply.
Of
You know what I
course.
mean?
Well,
Like
wait a minute. What's
My
that?
buddy
What's
said
that
if
I
you
think
quarterback?
most
What's that
teams
quarterback that
want
won a Super
to
No, no.
pursue what
If you're going to be a
Buffalo and
gamer, you need
Baltimore are doing.
spectacular. At least you should be. That's what it's for. Otherwise, why does it even
Is
exist?
winning
right?
a
I
Super
mean,
Bowl
Well,
not
the super. I
spectacular?
mean, the whole point.
No, I mean the man was. I mean, how many seasons did he
But
have
that's your
that were?
opinion. That's
Of
just
course,
your
it's my
opinion.
hold on.
opinion.
Let me
Why?
hear this. Let me hear this. Go ahead.
I'm saying that if you're going to be a Hall of Fame player, you can't base it on 2 games. Yes,
Yeah,
it
but
was the Super
Rusty, he
Bowl.
went.
But
He.
the Super Bowl is a team effort. You
Hmm.
cannot win it without a team effort.
Okay, but he went
It's
on.
not an individual
All
effort.
right, but he went on the road. He won 4 games on the road. I'm sorry. Like
Exactly,
he
Pete.
that
I'm
year he beat. He went in
that
its
in the season he was not very good.
Hector
He was
mute.
a playoff guy. The only reason he has so many statistics is because he played forever.
I don't.
I
I'm
I'm
sorry.
gonna
I just
sit this. I'm
him
sitting this one
a
out.
game.
I think he's a
I
Hall of Famer.
totally
I
disagree.
hate,
And it's my opinion, and I don't care.
That's
like
fine, Rusty.
I
You're not
just
gonna get
like
shotted down.
who
But
was the quarterback? Who was the quarterback? He won 2 Super Bowls. I think with the Raiders. It's not
Plunkett,
is
But
Plunkett.
Palinka.
Jim
Plunkett,
Plunkett.
Plunkett, yeah,
Is Plunkett in
he
the
Plunkett,
Hall of
won
yeah.
Fame?
2 Super Bowls, and he's not in there.
Right. He's not in the Hall of
Wait, who
Fame.
was it? Who was it?
Plunkett,
Jim Plunkett.
Jim Plunkett.
Jim
Nah,
Plunkett.
He's not in the
come
Hall of
on.
Fame,
No,
and you can make an argument from a statistical. Well, that's not even an argument from a statistical standpoint in the playoffs. He performed better than Eli Manning. He's not in the Hall of Fame.
I mean, look. At the same time, you also got to look at the last name, and
oh
we
no,
can't act
right.
like.
But that should not That shouldn't
It
matter.
No,
shouldn't
you're
All
matter,
right.
right.
You're
but it will.
absolutely right. You're absolutely right. It shouldn't. But come on, let's be honest.
All
It
right,
will.
Jim Plunkett. I'm looking this up. I know it's 157 games. He had 164 touchdowns, 25,000 yards, 52.5 completion percentage.
That
Okay.
I
Hold
So
mean,
on. Let me just
basing,
PD,
look.
you're basing,
we got to take
you're
a look at the era he
basing
played in because by that
Eli
logic,
Manning
Terry Bradshaw should be in the Hall of
to
Fame.
the Hall of Fame based on the fact that he won 2 Super Bowls.
Yes.
So did
Now,
Jim Plunkett.
okay, Rusty, real quick, to be fair, I despise the Giants, okay? I despise everything about MetLife Stadium. The only thing that I like about MetLife Stadium, it doesn't say Giant Stadium anymore.
That's
Eli Manning, I'm sorry, he's a Hall of Famer. I can't get into
I,
this argument. I can't.
Pete, Pete, you have the right to your opinion, and I'm not going to try and change it. I'm telling you what my
All
opinion
right,
is.
and now
I'm
I
with
don't
Rusty. I just
just
he hasn't.
Super Bowls
He's
means you
never
should,
been. You can make an argument.
but
How
he's been a mid quarterback his entire
how many
career.
years has he been a
okay,
top
Why
10
don't we change
quarterback?
the subject?
That's the
hold on,
question.
hold on here, hold on
I
here.
agree
Eli
also.
Manning has 57,000 yards throwing.
He's
That's
played
But
20
elite.
years.
Jim Plunkett has 25,000.
it's a
And how
different
many
era,
years
though.
did Jim
Big time
play?
different
And
era.
remember, you're talking about a time when defensive backs were allowed to kill you.
And running was the big thing.
Yes, when he
Why don't we
was.
change the subject? I have a Jets take if anybody's
Uh,
Sure,
interested.
I'm
I
interested.
like this discuss, but go ahead.
I would vote Plunkett in. Yeah, I think he should be in.
Yeah, I mean Eli.
I do
I would
too.
have to lean towards Rusty. If you look at any given year in Eli's career, he was never considered a top five quarterback at his position in any
No.
given
Correct.
year.
Fair
But
point.
on the flip side, you can't tell the story of the NFL if you were to tell it from the beginning till now without mentioning Eli Manning and those enormous Super Bowl wins that he had against the current GOAT, Tom Brady.
Yeah,
So
that's
it's a
another.
tough
Listen up,
discussion.
listen up. He literally. I mean that's a great point. He beat Tom Brady twice,
Wait.
not
Petey,
once,
So what?
twice.
Petey,
Twice.
So
What by the definition of the Hall of Fame, the
Hmm.
Hall of Fame is about the best players of your position. It's not about what you did. It's not
Yeah, but
about
Jarek, he has
it's not
two
about who you beat.
MVPs.
It's
He
not
has
about
MVP.
it,
He has two MVP Super
it's
Bowls.
not, well, first of all, you can make an argument that Justin Tuck should have got those MVPs. Because
Petey, I'm
Okay,
not
made a
gonna lie,
huge
bro.
argument that Justin
Yeah,
Tuck should have
yeah,
got
he
those
had three
MVPs.
sacks in each game.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah.
we got to
Trent
remember the
Dilfer for the Hall of
defense.
Fame.
Like that dude. I mean, look at the D lines he played with. Look at the
I,
defenses were historic in those playoffs, but
but
no one gives them
June.
the credit.
I'm about to give y'all a real hot take. Honestly, Joe Flacco has more of a Hall of Fame case than Eli Manning.
Yeah,
If we're gonna be real, bro.
he's a better playoff quarterback than Eli Manning.
I'm just
That's a
saying. And
fact.
I mean, also when
But
you look at the context of the games, both his NFC title games, Eli did not make the big play. It was defense and special teams that
right,
literally got him there to get to the bowl. Like
yes.
I saw Flacco go on the road every game after Indy to go ahead and beat the top quarterbacks of the league.
He beat
Like
Brady. Brady could have went to three more Super Bowls if it wasn't for Joe Flacco. Like Joe
He's
Flacco
gonna get in
stopped
because
him.
he's a Manning. That's
He's
it.
a man. I tell you, he's the last name.
That's the only reason he's getting in.
By the way, I want to get a couple of shout outs and the listeners. I see Rock, what up? Deuce, Red Zone in the lab, what up, Deuce? How you been? Meeks in here, Nikki, Bobby, Alex, Tyler. Good morning, folks. Sun God, what up? Continue, Mannings. All right, wait. So
well, wasn't somebody
let's
who
just
wants
do
to
this,
say
They
Rusty.
got
One
the
second.
Plunkett. We're
All right,
Plunkett.
I think okay. I think Eli Manning's a Hall of Famer. Just yes or no. June, do you?
Uh,
wait. Let's do it this way. Do you think he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame?
no.
Okay.
Why do you keep cutting in? The question wasn't asked to you.
No,
It
Well,
was asked to
it,
June.
office,
Let
it
him.
stop.
was to
I
the Hall
got this.
for the
She
Hall of Fame
keeps talking.
twice.
Okay. And the question was framed. Do you think Eli let's keep the question and then Rusty, you can counter with your take after my take. June, is he a Hall of Famer? Yes or no?
He's he,
He's to me, yes,
he's
without a doubt.
he's going to be a Hall of Famer. What does he deserve? I would have to lean on Rusty's side and said no.
Okay. Rusty's up here. I know Rusty, your answer is no, but
My,
do you have
no,
an
no.
explanation?
The way you framed the question is yes, but does he deserve to be there? No, because he'll get in based on his name
Hmm.
and the two Super Bowls. Even though I think that's unfair.
Hector,
No.
Allen,
No.
Jarek.
Nope.
Wow. Office, you're a yes. correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, I believe so.
Ron? Aaron, you here? Why didn't you answer me the first time, Aaron? Anybody know what I'm
Yeah,
doing right
I'm
now?
gonna
I
say
know.
yeah.
I saw it. I know.
I'm actually gonna go with Rusty. I agree with. I'm gonna take Rusty's take.
Yeah,
Man,
bro, you came up before. Did you have any jet points, Aaron?
No, I just wanted to say I don't know if you guys saw, but we're getting an interview with Slowick on Thursday.
There,
Oh,
there you
okay.
go.
Yeah,
There you go.
that's
Great.
today.
That's good news.
Tom, Hall of Famer? Eli Manning, Tom? Can you answer? Or Vino?
I I can't answer that without hating my heart, bro.
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's
I'm just
right.
being honest. I
Eli
can't
beat you
answer that
twice.
without hating my heart.
yo, I quit.
That was a
I'm
good
gonna be
one,
real
Vino.
with you. I mean, I'm
I
just
mean,
saying.
P, look at this, man. 4 Pro Bowls in 16 years. 4.
But is Pro
And we're
Bowl
talking about a
really the
fan voted
status now,
award.
though? Is the
Okay, well,
No, I'm not.
okay,
man?
okay.
I've
Zero
been
All
wait,
Pros.
hold on, Jarek. I've
He's
been
zero All
noticing
Pros.
the Aaron Rodgers. I've been on some hills lately. I don't care, guys. Eli Manning is a first ballot Hall of Famer.
That's
Yeah,
insane.
First ballot?
PD. I'm not
first
sitting here
ballot?
saying
First ballot?
Nah, I
that
don't know
is
about first ballot,
insane.
bro.
Okay, he's up for it this year. We'll see if I'm right or wrong.
I mean, PD, I'm not saying you're going to be wrong. I'm saying the NFL is flawed. They are flawed if they allow it to be first
Okay,
ballot. The definition of first ballot,
I agree, Jared.
it's the best players. It's not about what you. It's the best players.
They're
He's
gonna call
right.
that a. They're gonna call that a nepotism vote.
Of
That's
Like
what they're
that's
gonna
course,
do.
flawed.
of course.
I mean, Eli getting in on the first ballot is just disrespectful.
That's crazy. He sounds
It's
crazy.
Let me ask you a question. Uh, when teams are getting ready to play the Giants, like when you're going to play against Jackson or Allen or any of those guys, the fear or Mahomes. I never got that nervous. They're facing Eli Manning. That was anybody petrified about playing against Eli Manning?
No,
no, no, but it's different.
Why is it different?
I just think it is. I
Because he
think
I,
plays in
Manning.
New York.
Petey, can you put him up against Joe Burrow and say these two quarterbacks are equal?
That's different, though, Hector. Hold on 1 second. Let me take OB. You've been wanting to come up here. What's up,
No,
OB?
no, it's fine. You can keep going. I'm just listening.
Okay. What can I do for you, man? You all right?
A la Madrid.
No, I'm good.
Okay. Now you're in a football space, right?
Yeah.
All right. What do you think of it?
No, it's good. I'm rooting for the Ravens and Lama.
Okay. Are you abroad right now?
Yeah, I'm in Cape Town, South Africa.
Oh, shout out to you, man. Thanks for coming on the space, bro.
Okay, cool.
Bet.
But like Petey, I'm looking at the list of guys who are just getting on that ballot the first time. Like, there's no way. Like, we're talking about guys like Terrell Suggs. We got who else? Luke Kuechly, Vinatieri. Like, I can't, and Marshall Yonda. Like, I'm sorry. It's just
Well,
disrespectful to go to.
Petey, Petey.
Vinatieri's the first of a ballot.
Yes,
Too.
I
Petey, if
agree.
Yeah.
I
Hostetler,
agree.
if
He's
Hostetler
our
wins another
greatest
Super
kicker of
Bowl,
all time.
What? Hold on. What? And then I'll get to Jim.
if Hostetler wins another Super Bowl, is he a Hall of Famer?
Well, but he didn't.
that's a good one.
Jeff Hostetler had a Hall of Fame coach.
I get that, Petey, but if he wins another Super Bowl, is he a Hall of Famer?
I got to see the
I would
stats.
say Hostetler is like a Manning. No,
Oh,
Manning was better than him, but
all
he's
right.
not up there with the upper tiers of quarterbacks in the NFL.
It's just my take. I think Eli Manning's a Hall of Famer, and I think he's going to get in on the first ballot.
I, I respect your opinion, but he's going to get in because he's a Manning and all the dumbass commercials with all the Mannings all the time. And me, I am a little slanted because I hate Peyton, will always hate Peyton for the shit he pulled on the Jets.
Yeah, Hector, please don't get mad at me at this, but he beat Tom Brady twice, not
The
once,
I
Giants
don't
beat
twice.
the
care.
the
He beat
Giants
the best
beat.
quarterback
Petey,
ever.
Petey.
Who
Oh,
did
okay, Petey.
that?
He didn't do it.
Joe Flacco beat him twice in the playoffs.
Oh my
Joe
gosh!
Flacco beat him twice in the playoffs. So should Joe Flacco be a Hall
But it's
of Famer?
it's
Sanchez beat
different.
him once in the playoffs.
It's
That's
different.
not different.
It's the
Tom
Super
Brady would have went to
Bowl.
Petey. Tom Brady would have went to the Super Bowl if it wasn't for Joe Flacco being his way. He would have went. He stopped him, and he outplayed him. He outplayed the shit out of him. We gotta
Didn't
stop.
Tom, didn't Tomlin beat them one year or no? No, that's no,
Nope.
no, no. That's the year the
No,
Jets
that was
won.
Cowher.
That's the year that Mark Sanchez beat Brady. How about that, Jared? I'm kidding.
Mark Sanchez beat him, but Joe Flacco beat him more times.
And if it hadn't have been for Billy Cundiff, we would have beat them that
Right.
game
Billy
too.
Thank you,
Cundiff.
Austin.
Oh my gosh. Jim, go ahead,
Hey,
man.
y'all ain't got to bring this back up, man.
Yeah, what's up?
What's up?
Well, listen, he beat Brady, but he didn't just beat Brady. He changed the league in that it would have been an undefeated season. Like that that's historic. He beat an historic team. Now, again, people like talking about his regular season like no one feared Manning. You should fear him in the postseason because that guy was just clutch. He wasn't like his brother in the regular season, but the postseason, the guy was clutch.
So
And two two MVPs and two Super
I mean,
Bowls,
go to the
he's gonna get in.
wait.
But
So does that mean
Hostetler
that
won
he
the Super Bowl with that
only
Giants
was
defense.
Go
So
ahead.
was it the defense played a huge
Well,
part
the
in it too? 'Cause,
Giants, yes,
I
it
mean,
was. All
Well,
right, wait. Let me ask this question to everybody. Just yes or no. Is Manning going to be in the Hall of Fame? It's no doubt. Yes.
no doubt, no
Yeah,
doubt.
let's change it. Is he Rusty? You think he's going to make it?
I think that they will vote him in because he's a Manning,
yes. Same way the Jets
It's not
hired
because he's a
Gase
Manning.
because Manning made a phone call.
not because he deserves it.
He beat one of a dynasty, not once, twice, and one of the teams was
Okay,
But
undefeated.
that
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm
Listen,
sorry.
you're
That's
I,
the
I,
named
I,
only
a
argument.
Hall of
Like
Famer.
that's
it's
the
no, it's not an
only
argument. It's
argument.
like, listen, no. He went to the playoffs other years. It wasn't just 2 years. Went to the Super Bowl and won them. Like, listen, people
But
talk,
No,
then
but
and
it is like if
what
you
hold
everybody
on a
else.
second. People talk about this guy, and I hate to say his name, Joe Namath. Joe Namath is in the Hall of Fame because he guaranteed a Super Bowl win and got it. You look at his stat. People talk about he shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame.
No, he shouldn't. No
No
way in
problem.
hell should he be.
So if
Joe Namath at that time period from the '60s, from when he played, he was one of the 10 best quarterbacks from his. Not to mention too, he was the first 4,000-yard passer in NFL history. He set that precedent. He set that mark.
I I get it, but and again, so fast forward to a guy that won two Super Bowls against, again. It wasn't just against another team, any other team. It was a team that won six Super Bowls, went to eight. He won or nine, but not with Manning there. Manning beat them twice, and again, it was an undefeated season that he killed. That
I'm
matters.
sorry, but if we're gonna put
It's
Eli,
not just about his name. It's just
if we're
not.
gonna if we're
It's
gonna
the
put
guy. The guy was
if we're
good.
gonna put Eli Manning in the Hall of Fame, then we got to put Joe Flacco in there. We got to put Joe Flacco in there.
Well,
We
listen,
got
Yeah,
to
Joe
put
that's
him
what I'm
Flacco
in.
might get
saying,
there.
Jared. I'm
Joe
with you there,
Flacco might
We
get
got to
bro.
there. I'm
put
not
Joe
saying he's not
Flacco
going to
in
get
now.
there.
I'm going to
And
look up the
let
stats
and let me
here
tell
with
you something.
Flacco.
Yeah,
There's a
but
lot of
so
guys.
Trento,
There's a lot of people
hold
in the
on a
Hall of
second.
Fame that shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame.
So the Giants won the Super Bowl 17-14 and
Yep.
21-17.
Yep.
So I think the Giants defense played a huge part in that game.
That's fine.
Yeah, but you
But
listen. You know the quarterback gets the wins and losses. They get all the slings and arrows. You can't put the Giants defense in the Hall of Fame.
Joe
So
Flacco has 45,697 yards passing all time.
Okay, now look at
Manning
his play.
has 50.
Now look at his playoff
Okay.
stats, Petey.
All
Look
right,
at his
hold
playoff
on.
stats.
I know
Man,
for a fact, Petey, in that one playoff run, the man threw for damn near 2,000 yards, 11 touchdowns, and 0 picks. Greatest playoff run I think I've ever
but
seen in my
let's
life.
throw this question out. Who thinks Joe Flacco is going to be in the Hall of Fame
no,
eventually?
I don't.
I
I don't.
don't.
I don't
Nobody.
think he's
I
gonna get
don't
in.
think so.
Nobody.
Really? All
Yeah, and
right.
that's a
No.
shame. I'm not going to
Yeah,
lie to you
Joe
because if we're
Flacco's
saying
not
Eli's
making
going
it.
to be in the Hall of Fame, it's disrespectful not to give Flacco a shout out.
Does Matt Ryan go to the Hall of Fame?
Yes. I
In my
think Matt
opinion,
Ryan's a Hall of Famer. Yes.
Well, I would.
Flacco's eyebrows get into the Hall of Fame
Just
before he
no,
does.
I don't. I can't look at the stats right now. I would think Flacco and Matt
Listen,
Ryan's stats got to be very, very
Matt
comparable.
Ryan has like 60 something. I didn't look. I know he has like 60,000 passing yards. Listen, me right now too. Matthew Stafford's a Hall of Famer.
Of
Yep,
course,
he'll go.
because he's
I
got the
can't
stats.
see Manny
He's
in
got the Super
without
Bowl.
Plunkett.
He's got the stats.
Wait,
He's got
hold
the Super
on.
Bowl.
Who said what was it? Matt Ryan stats? Hold on. Let me
Matt
just
Ryan
look.
compared to Flacco, I would think they would be kind of
Yeah, yeah,
similar.
yeah. Matt
No,
Ryan. Matt
Matt.
Ryan's
All right,
better. Matt Ryan,
hold
from a
on.
statistical
Matt
standpoint,
Ryan
is
has.
better.
Come on, where the hell is he? Damn it. Matt Ryan has 62,792 passing yards, 381 touchdowns to 183 interceptions. First ballot Hall of Famer.
Nope,
And what was
that's not.
what
That's
was
not first
Flacco's
ballot.
stats?
That's not first ballot, Petey. Not. Sorry.
He's,
No, we're not saying first ballot for Ryan or Flacco. We're
I
just
Yeah,
am.
saying
Not first
I
ballot.
don't think Matt Ryan's first ballot.
He's
I
not
do.
first ballot.
no.
No, I don't think so either.
What's Flacco's career stats, Petey? Sorry to
Oh,
bother you.
no, fucking Jim. Excuse my language. Hold on. All right, hold on here. I'm looking at the all-time leading passing yards. Matt Ryan's eighth all-time. It's Tom Brady. Just hear me out. It's Drew Brees, Tom Brady, Hall of Famer, Drew Brees, Hall of Famer, Peyton Manning, Hall of Famer, Brett Favre, Hall of Famer, Ben Roethlisberger, Hall of Famer. Here's one that I think's a Hall of Famer that never won. Philip Rivers. He's a Hall of Famer.
Yep.
Aaron Rodgers, Hall of Famer. Matthew Stafford. Matt Ryan's eighth. Dan Marino's ninth. And Matthew Stafford's 10th. Guess who's number 11? Eli Manning. Guess who's number 12?
That's great. That's
Warren
Petey.
Moon. So everybody's in the Hall of Fame right now except for the people that are playing and that are not eligible. These guys are Hall of Famers.
Petey, do you think Joe Burrow's gonna be at the top of the list when his career's over? You think
Yes.
Josh Allen?
I think
Absolutely.
yes,
Like
I
like
think
it's
they'll be in this
inevitable.
conversation.
Like Dan Marino at one point was at the top. Now I think what was he at, fifth?
What, Marino?
He's at what, fifth or
What,
fourth?
all-time passing yards?
Yeah, he's like what, fourth or
No,
fifth?
he's 10th. He's ninth.
He's 10th.
Ninth.
You see,
61,000.
No, but
Dan
that
Marino might be
you can't.
20
Yeah, but
by
you
the time
All
can't
that's
compare
changed
that. It
over
was
the
a different
years.
league back then. Dan Marino would
right,
put up 7,000 yards this year.
right.
Today's NFL.
Like when Dan Marino retired, he put up absurd numbers that I didn't even think was going to get
Wait,
broken.
is this guy a Hall of Famer? Dan Fouts is a Hall of Famer, correct?
Yeah, Dan Fouts is a Hall of
Yeah,
Famer.
he's number 20. Drew Bledsoe has
Drew
44,611 yards.
Drew's not getting in. But
Joe,
Okay,
no, Drew won't get in.
Russell Wilson, 46,135.
Russell's getting in.
Vinny
Well,
Test.
He's
If
not being
Russell
first.
gets in, then Flacco's gonna get in.
You have to remember that if you have to judge how many passing yards they have based on when they played, because the rules are so different now.
Dan Marino and John Elway would throw for 8,000 yards in today's NFL.
Yeah, I agree.
I doubt
I
it.
don't think you could go by passing yards anymore, and I think that the
No,
value of passing yards is decreasing because of what Rusty said. The rate that people are passing in today's NFL just isn't comparable to the 80s, 90s, 70s, etc. So there's more to the resume than just looking
Yeah,
at the
that's fair.
passing stats.
Guys, I appreciate the back and forth on this. This is pretty cool. So, hey, listen, I have my opinion. I usually like to let people talk and have the conversation, but I'm sorry, guys, and it's not an apology, but Eli Manning he's a he's a first ballot Hall of Famer in my
Manning's
eyes,
getting in without not even a question.
and we'll see this year. Isn't he
And,
eligible this
and,
year?
and
this is the
PD and
first year
PD
he's
that may
eligible.
be
Yeah,
like there's probably a big possibility he is going to be a first ballot. I just think it would be egregious. Like I think the NFL Hall of Fame should pack itself up. I think you should move it to Korea. I'm sorry. Like you gotta get rid of it because
Like,
there's
hold
no
on,
way in hell he is one of the best quarterbacks of all time. There's no way. There's no way.
PD,
If
PD. This is
if
the way
Eli
that I look at it for the first ballot talk. Like, I'm looking at the guys who are up here with him. Like, you have guys like Eric Allen, Jared Allen, Anquan
But
Bolden, Willie Anderson,
come
Antonio
on, man.
Gates,
I
Cole
Okay.
Mathis, Smith, Suggs.
I think Anquan Bolden should make it.
Like I mean, there's Rodney Harrison, James Harrison. There's a lot of guys who are just a
Wow.
lot more deserving, man. Vince
Well, how
Wilfork
many
on that
people
list.
can get in?
Only
Does it
That
six,
matter?
I think.
is a
Only
limit.
six.
Oh,
And
man.
so look at that. That means Eli Manning is taking away from someone who is clearly better than he was in their position.
Okay, Rusty,
And
that's
that
So
should
fair.
not be
I don't
fair.
think that's fair.
But Manning's not taking it away. It's the voters that are going to do that.
But by them voting him in, it is taking away from others who are more deserving. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Like for
Now,
example, you
say
give me
it's
Luke Kuechly 7 year
the Hall of
career.
Fame. I'm not going to argue with you. I don't agree with it, but I don't argue with you. But if you tell me he's going to be a first ballot home, then I got real issues with the whole
That's
process.
fine. Rusty, we will revisit this when it happens. I will not take a victory lap like June will when Garrett Wilson gets
I won't
traded.
take a victory lap either. I'm just telling you what I really feel.
Hey, Rusty, don't mind him. I'm gonna continue to take victory laps. I love it.
This
Yeah,
is
guys,
a discussion.
I got an appointment soon, so I got to wrap up in a minute. I'm going to close a little bit early today, but this was pretty cool switching up. I mean, listen, the Jets need a coach. They need a lot of shit, but I'm glad the conversation went this way because NFL to me is king. So I could talk like this all day. Eli Manning's a first ballot Hall of Famer.
First Valley. Wow.
and
Anybody got some final thoughts?
and Petey,
Rusty.
for that reason, June,
Yep.
say it with me, and that's the reason why they have to tear it down.
Loud and clear for the people in the back.
Why? Because I have a take like that. Finally.
Tear it
Tear
down.
it down.
Tear it down. You
All
can't
right, guys.
can't keep
I'm
going back doing the
Tear
same
it
shit.
down.
Yeah. Alan, good to hear from you, man. Always
Uh,
a pleasure.
Petey, great
Jim,
space.
Hector,
I
hold
finally
on.
got you on board, Heck.
Yes, sir.
Let me get my man Rack Cartel up here. 1 second. Uh June, did you he came up here. Rack, come up. He left.
Look, wait. I got a better question. Being that we ask in the room, let's go around the room and ask everybody. Should the Jets tear it down? Let's do that.
No.
Yeah.
No, not
Yeah,
fully.
yeah, yeah. Yeah,
All
let's
right,
do
I'm
that.
answering no. Not
Rusty,
fully.
tear it down.
Except for a few players, yes.
Heck, tear it down.
To get the quarterback of the future, tear it down.
Tom, are we tearing it down?
I'm gonna go ahead and say tear it down.
Whoo, Allen, are we tearing it down?
No, get you a decent coach to change the culture and use the talent that you have. Trade for a quarterback or get a veteran quarterback that can lead you to the playoffs.
I can't believe you said this shit. But
Thank
Jared,
you, Alan.
we tearing it down?
Oh, we're burning it down.
We
Oh
burning it
We're
God.
burning it
down.
down.
June,
Jim,
Jim,
June, I really dislike you sometimes. I hate your enthusiasm for your fucking tear it down, burn it down, break it down, fucking rip it down. No, no, there's talent here.
oh my fucking
You're on the
goodness.
block. You're on the block of the
yep.
Yeah,
fucking
All
Jets
right,
fan base.
guys. I'm closing. Have a great day. Be well. Ciao.
Take care, Petey.
Later.
Take
June,
care.
everybody.
love you guys, and you already know, tear it down.
Goodbye, June. Thank you for everything.
Jared,
Tear it
He
down.
can't talk. He unmuted for that. You suck,
yes, I.
June. Later, guys.
All right.